passes away. Now, we knew that Charles would be king when Elizabeth died. What we didn't know is what name he'd choose, because the monarch can choose any one of the names. He's Charles Philip Arthur George Windsor. He could have been George the seventh or something, I don't know, but he went for Charles III. I say the announcement is made. We are in a very good position. Can you see what the person who's given the job of announcing, can you see a problem they might have? How do they get up there? There are no doors. How do you think they get up there? They climb out a window. That is exactly what happens. They climb out of the window. Tradition. We will not see any guards in their little sentry boxes, because that's only there if the king is in residence. That's another way to know whether or not the sovereign's in town. Are there guards in those boxes? Very court. That is where Charles II lived. Oh, just there on the right, Berry Brothers and Rudd Limited. Americans might be interested. During Prohibition, that's where your hooch came from. Via the West Indies, where Al Capone and Joe Kennedy got their stuff. So not quite by royal appointment. These chaps will be moved away from the gates, which is always a good sign, because it means the guard are coming through. I never pointed out the massive white monument in front of Buckingham Palace, which you've got a very good glimpse of when you cross the road. That is the Victoria Monument. So the dour-looking woman sat at the front is Queen Victoria, who was the first to use it as, This is where she and her husband, Prince Albert, got engaged in this palace. Albert famously died quite young. Queen Victoria was a widow for most of her reign. When Albert died, all of London's hackney cabs and railings, which had been a royal green, were painted black. And they are still black. London is still, officially or unofficially, in mourning for the Queen's husband, Albert. She lived very happily in Buckingham Palace with him. She famously wore black for the rest of her life. She didn't make many public appearances. Her first public appearance was the opening of Blackfriars Bridge after her husband's death. 6 years she'd been out of public gaze. When she turned up, she was booed. Fortunately, it was quite a new thing, booing. She didn't know what it meant. So she booed the public back. Windsor, yes. Where does Mountbatten come in? I don't know, but Elizabeth was not Mountbatten. It's which ones are you? Cousins. So Lord Mountbatten was Lord Mountbatten was in many ways more of a father figure to the King, to King Prince Charles, than the Duke of Edinburgh was. And this is dealt with in the Crown. He felt a lot closer to Lord Mountbatten, who was blown up by the Irish Republican Army. And it's worth remembering when one of his first official duties was going to Ireland and meeting Sinn Féin. And there's famous footage of him getting very angry at a pen and going, oh, he's not good. But then one has to remember, oh yeah, but he was also meeting the people who killed his father. There's some strange thing about having a monarch. Having a monarch of a country with, let's put it this way, is so embroiled in the politics of other countries. Your job as a monarch is sort of to make people forget that, while your duties are meeting everyone that Britain has ever been embroiled with. It's a bit much. Well, for example, the Gurkhas became part of the British Army during the Anglo-Indian War. They served as the Royal Guards. I think they officially became part of the change of the Guard just 2 years ago. They were getting ready for it just as the Queen died. They never actually got to be part of the change of the Guard. So they're quite new. It used to be just the 5 regiments. I haven't really told you about what the Guards are. So their 5 regiments are, as I said, the Grenadiers, the first. They have white plumes in their feathers and a row of straight buttons. Then there are the Coldstream Guards, rows of 2 buttons and red plumes in their head. They are maybe the most tourist friendly because there's a lot of red material. Then there are the Scottish Guards, then the Irish Guards, and the Welsh Guards. The Scottish Guards have no plume, the Welsh Guards have a sort of white and green plume, and the Irish have an aquamarine plume. We also, I didn't mention this, we passed some cavalry as a Gaza. There was the changing of the Horse Guards over at Horse Guards Parade. That's Northern Britain 1 and 4. The Horse Guards you will be able to see in their sentry boxes on Whitehall. The horses and the guards both, again, have to remain very still. So that people can go up to and go, talk to me. If you want to annoy someone standing guard, go to Whitehall. That's what it is. That's that way. So yes, remember when you stopped at the Duke of York, there was a big sandy plain behind me. That's Horse Guards Parade. Horse Guards is just the other side of that. There used to be a tilting yard. If you don't know what that is, that's where jousting used to take place. Charging at each other on horses with lances used to take place in that area back in the 1400s. That's what happened there. Henry VIII was a very big fan of jousting. There are still some sporting events that take place in that area. During the 2012 London Olympics, can you guess what happened there? Beach volleyball. Beach volleyball took place there. So Horse Guards, and there's also you can look to the left, you can just see the cavalry.
Oh, there they go. Oh, wow.
As I say, maybe the cavalry continue. That month ago, when those 2 horses escaped, it did raise some questions. And also, you may have noticed the band quieting down as we passed the horse.
The London Marathon passes through here as well. Of course, there will be
So I'm not just waiting like Safari.
long stretch of road.
Any questions? Weekends also, so this is a proper exchange of duties. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. It used to be daily till I think about 2 years ago. I think Charles was in charge of access. I don't know how it saves money because there's still always someone on guard. There's just a 48-hour detail, 2 hours on, 4 hours on. So once you're on detail, you're 2 hours maybe you're on guarding, and then 4 hours off, you're, I don't know, sleeping, or going for a run, or looking after your kit. The inspection is very, very important. It happens before the changing of the car. And if anything is wrong, you have to have another inspection at 10 p.m. It's quite nerve-wracking. And it's also the first duty when you enlist. You join the army at 16, where you do not see what's called green duty, warfare or international aid, for 18 months. So you turn down the tobacco at the age of 17. The first 16 months, you're doing this. You're doing what's called red duty, which is guarded and living in barracks that haven't changed much in 100 or so years. You get in a pub, you can talk about it's very upstairs, downstairs existence. You are living in shared barracks on bunk beds, while the opposite class have lovely residence. Council barracks further out. So even though the guards change it, they might not actually in the area. This case is first about the time of Oliver Cromwell. Oh, well, wait, let me tell you about Oliver Cromwell, what happened to him after he died. He died, he was buried in Westminster Abbey. His son became Lord Protector. Everyone thought, let's just have a king again. Charles II was brought back from exile with a royal bodyguard, as a stipulation. He set up the children of the guard. He did not punish everyone who fought against his father. In fact, also General Monk, one of the chief soldiers against his father, was responsible for bringing him back. But everyone who signed Charles I's death warrant was put on trial for treason and then publicly held to be quartered. This includes Oliver Cromwell, who was dead and embalmed and buried in Westminster
A couple
Abbey.
times this year.
He was dug up for on trial for treason. Dudley hung, drawn and quartered in what is now Marble Arch, but used to be Tyburn, where the public hangings took place. The birth of stand-up comedy, people were allowed to give a speech before they were hanged. A lot of people came just to listen to people say whatever they wanted. The problem didn't say much. He was embalmed, but he was publicly hanged. He was beheaded. His head was not stuck where all the famous heads are on London Bridge. He was stuck outside the Palace of Westminster. He was embalmed. It lasted a while. Until a storm, it was knocked off. Someone found it, hid it up a chimney. So this could be worth money. I've got Oliver Cromwell's house. Probably worth money. I don't know. Does anyone think? By the 18th century, it was in the hands of a failed comedian called Samuel Russell, who would bring it out at parties and show it around. And it now stands in the Ashmolean Museum. Charles I was beheaded on Whitehall in 1649. It is the only execution in British history where the executioner has worn a hood. Well, yeah, they're only engaged. Let's see. Yes, he wore two shirts famously during the execution because it was a January month. He didn't want people to see him shiver. He was out of fear. His last words nobody heard because it was too windy. People then came and dipped their handkerchiefs in the blood coming out of his neck. Good luck. It's weird being a king.
So why did they drown them after the hanging?
Why did they drown them?
Why did they drown them?
They didn't drown them. Sorry. So, okay, we're going to hanging. Drawing. The drawing is what happened to Mel Gibson at the end of Braveheart. So, if you're hanging, drawing, and quartering, if you're hanging, drawing, quartering, you hang them until they're nearly dead. They're still alive. They are still alive when you draw out their entrails. You cut them open. You draw out the entrails in front of a crowd. This is what was done to Catholics during the reign of Elizabeth I. And then the quartering is you cut them into 4 pieces and deliver each quarter to a different part of the country. Yeah. It's an administrative nightmare. And that was done too, that was done well into the 17th century. Well into the 17th century, human heads were stuck on spikes at the gates of London, the original city of London for square mile, where the Roman city was. The Romans founded Londinium in around 50 AD, having a bridge across the River Thames. That was what tied it into London. The Thames got narrower. So yeah, and that city, as I say, is about 2 miles backward. That's why, even though this is very much feels like the centre of London itself, is called the West End. And the West End is also sort of a legacy of Charles II. Theatres opened up, the Royal Institute, the scientists opened up, Greenwich Park opened up. Now, these are the first line of defence. Officially, they are armed, but their ammunition is not in the weapons. They've got ammunition on them, but it's not loaded. Don't try it. That's not what I'm saying. Scope on that. Yeah.
Why don't they have ammunition on them?
Politeness? I mean, it's got to be.
That's very
I mean, it's it's a delicate balance. Yes, you could get to St James's Park Station and then get the Circle Line to either High Street Kensington or St James's Park is we are here. There's Park is about there. That's the circle line. Yeah. Yeah, if you go through the line, but then you sort of needle through some streets. You're very welcome. The unmistakable beef permit. Yes. It's crazy the pace of their back.
They're not pressing the button.
No. That's, yeah. Knives at the back, beef permit at the front. Where are you headed next? Oh, right, okay. A good way to eat that. There is a thing in the
2 hours on, 4 hours off. 48 hours begins now. Change at Wednesday. I'll be the next changing of the game.
Yeah, we have to have a break.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.